Hey there, cave spelunkers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Kingdom 2 Crowns, Episode 4, Into the Goo. So I will show you that in a second, but for that, I'm going to switch mounts to the lizard. Looks like a mace? Yeah, maybe it's a mace. I'm not really sure what it is. Pixel graphics and all. It's hard to tell. I'm also buying a flame shot for the ballista. So right next to the siege shack, you can pay 5 gold and buy flame shot, and then a builder will wheel the flame shot over to the ballista and fling it, and it sets the ground on fire. And that's actually the same ability that the lizard has. So once the greed wave is over, I'm going to attack the eastern portal, making my way towards the cliff portal. So I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. I think I need more archers. So here's how to do that. You stand at this little guard post, and you pay money to dispatch troops. Now, the second set of troops that I have here only has 1 archer, because I'm going a little prematurely. And then what they will do is they will go up to the first portal that they interact with and attack it. The men-at-arms in front will try to guard the archers from attack. If the man-at-arms dies, the archers will flee. If I get a swordsmith, those men-at-arms can be upgraded to knights, who are a lot tougher and can take a lot more damage and guards the archers a lot better. But the other thing is I'm using a lizard to be able to set fire to the ground to help kill the greed off before the greed reaches the knights. And there we go. Portal cleared. Now, the sky just went dark because what's happening now is I'm going to be attacked by a retaliation raid. Due to my killing of the portal, the greed will retaliate. And on each island, the retaliation raids gets harder and harder and harder. So as you destroy more portals, the retaliation raids become larger. Which means that to do this efficiently, the best way to do it is to attack only the portals you need to destroy and to leave the others alone. And the only ones I need to destroy are the portals leading up to the cliff. I don't need to go to the dock. The docks aren't necessary to win. Oh, here we go. Here comes retaliation raid. As you see, it's just basic greed. And they're getting scorched. Yeah, we just cleared that out pretty quick. Looks like both squads now have a full complement of archers, which is good. So the way the lizard regains stamina is they bask in the sun like that. Which means they're not great at fighting at night, because they run out of stamina and there's no way to regain stamina at night. And there's also no way to regain stamina in the winter, either, I don't think. Maybe there's sunny days in the winter. I could be wrong about that. But but they do recover from being out of stamina relatively quickly to make up for it. So there's that at least. So what does clearing out the entire island do dockside? So at the end of the dock, you're allowed to build a lighthouse, and the lighthouse allows you to return to the island without losing your boat. I don't, and I said earlier, but I don't find lighthouses particularly useful in most cases, unless you lose your sovereign often. That would be the only use case. The reason to return to islands that you've collected everything on, if you lose your sovereign, if your sovereign dies, all of your statue shrines become deactive again. So the archer benefit, the archer buff, the farmer buff, the defensive wall buff, the knight buff, you lose those, and you have to revisit those islands to gain those buffs back. So that's the only real use case for, in my opinion, for lighthouses. You know, if you lose enough that you need to return to islands often to regain those. And honestly, given that I've Alt F4'd twice, you know, shamefully, I mean, I did it so that I could show more content, but yeah, like, otherwise I would have lost, so. But having prepped for this stream, I somehow didn't make those mistakes. So, you know, it's not necessarily indicative of good gameplay. So the next thing I want to do is I want to keep clearing out the portals towards the cliff side. And I really want to earn a swordsmith. So I need to expand more eastward to gain access to the swordsmith. Run! Builders, run! Run, doggy, run! Okay, one builder just got knocked out. Became a basic dude. And this is a blood moon wave tonight. As you can tell, it's day 30. Day 32 is the start of a new season. It will be the start of autumn. Day 30 will be a blood moon wave, so I know I'm in for it tonight. The western edge, I don't know which side is going to get attacked in the blood moon, but the west side of my base is pretty well secured already. So now I'm just shoring up the east with iron walls. So we'll go up to iron tier here and get better towers. So instead of actually destroying the portals right now, I'm just going to make sure that we are well defended for the nighttime raids. Because this might be the first time we see non-regular greedlings or armored regular greedlings. We might get some special enemies in this one. I'm not certain, but it's possible. I'm also going to switch to the Griffin because it's more versatile. The lizard only burns, which is great, but if you want to push enemies off your wall, fire is limiting. I don't have the gold for that. Alright, we'll just leave it. Tier 3 tower. There are tower tiers past that. If you're wondering. Two more tower. There's iron tower tiers past that are stronger. And then there's also a specialty tower, the Ballista Tower, which you get with the Ballista Hermit. This guy. And I can build one of those. In fact, I'm going to. This tower right here is going to become a Ballista one. So the Ballista, instead of being manned by archers, is manned by a builder. And at the top of the tower is a giant Ballista. And the Ballista are very effective against flying units and the giant units, which we may or may not see. Plus, it has extremely good range. So that's good, too. Oh, there's only one archer at the top of that tower. I think I need to hire more. Actually, these guys are just lazy and they don't want to conscript. Alright, dog just barked eastward, so the attack wave is coming from the east. Which is good, because my eastward direction is probably pretty well defended now. There we go. Ballista is all set. And then we have an iron 3-stack tower here. And then iron walls. I only have 1 pikeman. I'd rather have 2, but oh well. And this is the... Here's the big wave. There might be more big enemies that lag behind the initial attack party. Because there are larger enemies that move slower. And given that the dog's still barking, maybe that's the case. If it was really late in the game, what I'm doing right now would be unnecessarily reckless. Because crown stealers could gank me very easily. But it's not that late in the game. So here's the next portal just to my right. And I'm looking for a... Alright, so there's a place right here to build a wall just past the iron mine. So that's what I want to do. I want to expand as far east as I can to try to unlock the swordsmith. Oh, come on, let me get this tree. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me, is it? Oh, the grass is still expanding. Instead of waiting, I think what I'll do is I will deploy the squad. So both men-at-arms are now being deployed with their 8 archers eastward to clear out that portal. Because I'm impatient. Oh, there we go. Now I can clear the tree. Because I want to build a wall here and a tower here. And I think that will be enough physical space to gain access to the swordsmith. The swordsmith just requires a huge swath of iron-level walls to be able to appear. And it... I find it is particularly... It's possible to clear a cliff portal without one, but it's just more difficult, more risky. And if you try to clear a cliff portal and you fail, you just lose a lot of progress. So it's best if you get the swordsmith first, because it will save you a lot of headache, I think. And I'm not even escorting the troops to the portal right now. They're fighting the portal on their own, which can be reckless. Sometimes what ends up happening is the man-at-arms units they'll like forget to use their shields, and literally like the first attack, they will lose their shield and revert back to a regular citizen. And then all of the archers will retreat as a result. Which sucks. But no, we got the portal. And this portal... no, I'm not going to build a teleporter there yet. Every portal that you destroy allows you to build a portal, which allows you to fast travel for 2 gold. Which is a pretty handy little tool. The problem I'm going to have is the, I expanded eastward, and the walls that I have suck. Right now it's just like wood tier walls. So, I'm in danger is what I'm trying to say. I will have this, full squad to help guard, though. But I'm going to get a retaliation raid at a bad time. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to upgrade the walls so that the squad is standing where I want it to stand. Because I'm willing to sacrifice like a few builders, but I don't want to sacrifice the entire squad. So while walls are being upgraded, they don't count as defensive embrasures. So I did it correctly. What's happening right now is the builders are retreating, and like I said, I'm going to lose a few builders, but the squad won't die. Because the squad is falling back. with the catapults. So those builders were like collateral damage for trying to expand too fast. Let me see if I can't defend the catapult here. Yeah, there we go. You saw the griffin's wing preventing the catapult from getting attacked, because the catapult can tank a few hits before it goes poof. And then what we'll have to do is just replace some of the builders that I lost. But replacing 2 or 3 builders is a lot cheaper than replacing an entire knight squad. Or 2 knight squads, rather. Or 2, you know, attack squads. So there's like 1, 2, 3 vagrants. So 3 builders lost their hammers. So it's expensive, but not catastrophic. I avoided the catastrophic result. Another strategy that is very useful. Anytime you don't have walls, your entire squad will reset to the wall previous. So staggering 2 walls that are near one another to be upgraded prevents your squad from like resetting all the way back to town, which can be very annoying. So upgrading these like one at a time to keep your units in position can be really effective. And there's the swordsmith right here. I have a long enough segment of iron walls to be able to get one. That's what I was really waiting on. Now I need 24 more coins to be able to buy upgraded weapons for my men-at-arms to become proper knights. Hey, Phoenix Wolf, thank you for the resub. So in order to do this, stand at the swordsmith, pay the coin, and they will forge blades. And then what will happen is the squad leaders will run and go grab those blades, upgrading from their like men-at-arms to full-fledged knight, which is a pretty powerful upgrade. And I'm getting the outermost wall up to iron tier, so that we got good defensive abilities on the east. So now that I have 2 fully upgraded squads, or they're about to be, here we go. Swing, swing. So now you can see they're both knights. Now that we have 2 fully upgraded squads, I need a bomb. I need to invest the coin for a bomb to blow up that cliff portal. So that's the next big step. Getting the coin for that. And not only that, but I'm going to want 10 more coin on top of it. Quick question for you. I'm going to pull you within Twitch. What mount to attack the cave with? I could use either the griffin or the lizard. I don't really care which one. They both will get the job done. It's a little sketchier. I'll have to spoil too much to explain the risks. But I have a preference using one over the other, but I can manage doing either. I'll put it that way. Alright, here we go. I definitely have the coin for a bomb now. Nice. So actually, before I get the bomb is handled with builders. So I'm going to want an excessive amount of builders going into this. Meaning I'm running around hiring more people to become builders. But this is the bomb. You don't have a finite amount of bombs. If your bomb somehow gets destroyed, or your squad gets wiped out, you can just buy another one. You can also abandon the bomb. That will become... You'll understand that a little bit more soon. But one thing I need to do, now that I have a bomb built, as you can see, the squads follow me around. So instead of guarding the eastern wall, they're actually just, like, following my orders, which is a little dangerous, because it means that my eastern wall here is under-defended. It still has 2 pikemen and 2 archers and a catapult, but it doesn't have, like, the 2 giant squads that were guarding it that were there once, right? So I have to be mindful about when you build the bomb, because as soon as you build the bomb, you're kind of committing your squads to attack. Because these squads here are following me around. Which is fine. So, you guys want me to attack with the lizard? Alright. A little spoiler, it's slightly sketchier to attack islands 4 and 5 with lizards. I'm pretty sure I can survive it anyway, but I'll take the risk for you guys. I won't spoil as to the why. I'm just letting you know that it is sketchier. So what you need before you go on a cave attack is at least 10 extra coin, because it's going to be required to be able to fully assault the cave. And to get that bomb built, and to definitely have squads to protect the bomb as well. So let's do it. The reason it's sketchier to attack with the lizard, the lizard's more effective, but also because they move slower, a little scarier to do it with the lizard. And there should... Did I clear 2 or 3 portals to the east? I think there's one more non-cliff portal eastward, which is fine. We'll destroy it on the way there. And I'm just, like, queuing up random build jobs to get done while I move that way. In fact, I have enough coin that I could build a portal, too. And even though the attack squad's off screen, they're still following me. Yep, so there's one more portal between me and the cliff, as you can see, just on the the right edge of the map, or the screen. You know what? I think I need to be maybe blue to match the nighttime, or the darkness. I feel more secure, though, than the last fight, because I do have knights to guard the archers. They're tougher. They can take more than 1 hit. So the men-at-arms, if they take like 1 hit with their shield down, they revert and the squad flees. Whereas the knights can take multiple hits. You can also heal them with extra coin. And another advantage that I don't see written about very often is the lizard can actually allow you... Oh, dog, you're too close. The lizard can actually allow you to control the movement of your troops, because your troops won't walk on fire. So what I can do is I can spray fire down and stop my knights from getting too close to the enemy. Did I lose a knight? No, they were just on top of one another. So here we go, cliff portal time. It is time to be red. So, if I didn't have a bomb with me, when I approach the cliff portal, it would spill out greed like crazy, but because I have a bomb with me, it behaves a little bit differently, allowing me to enter. So I pay a little bit of a gold toll, think of it as danger pay, and enter the goo. So at this point, We have to clear out the goo, and there is a point where you arm the bomb to destroy the cliff portal for good, conquering the island. If at any point you think you're going to lose, you can flee. You can just go back the way you came and try again later. So this isn't a point of no return, in other words. Also, if I think my knights are wounded, I can drop coin to them to heal them. And they will absorb the coin and protect themselves. Very much like yourself. As the monarch, let's say I have 5 coin. The first 5 attacks that I get hit with, unless they're special enemies, the first 5 attacks I get hit with, I just drop my coin instead of dropping my crown. Which is the same as the knights. The knights have a coin bank on them that you can't see, but instead of losing their shield and reverting back to a citizen, they'll just drop their coins that they have on them. Oops, I set some fire and all the troops got lagged behind. And this is the timing and spacing and everything takes actually more practice than it looks like. I've just destroyed a lot of portals in prep for the stream, so I know how to space it and time it right. So this should be the last node before the bomb, I think. The later islands are harder, where they have more portals and more of these goo nodes. Yeah, that was the last one. Don't race ahead of your troops at this point. Let them catch up. Because this is a wave survival. Basically, I shouldn't have set fire just yet. Basically, we need to park the bomb underneath that gooey thing on the right in order to win. So, as you can see, I'm not setting fire so that we can make forward progress. Unless I think there's, like, too many enemies. There we go. Pay the bomb toll. And run like hell! Run, run, run! You can absolutely die at this stage. Just let you know that. This is why it's sketchy to use the lizard, because that bomb is timed. You don't get to know the timer, and it can kill you. The timer is shorter on later islands. Oh, I made it out. Barely. I actually think that it was about to explode. The monarch has secured the kingdom. Whew. And it gives you some stats of like archers hired and greed killed and stuff like that. The troops that got in there, as you can see, they're just vagrants now, to my right. They all reverted back to their vagrant form. So they're not gone. They didn't die. So yeah, the griffin. So there's a little bit of artificial buildup, I will admit, where no matter how much time you have left to make it through the portal will look like it blows up. But in that case, given how much the screen was shaking, I actually think that the portal was about to blow up. I think I only had a few seconds left. Island number 1. So here's how to use teleporters. I'm just using it to get back to town because the lizard's so slow. So, like, island number 1 has a very long portal timer. It's very generous and gives you plenty of time to escape. Whereas, like, island number 5 has a much shorter portal timer. So you gotta race the clock or get murdered. So instead of jumping to the next island right now, what I'm doing is I am building up squads with the advanced economy that I have from this island so that I can use those squads to bring them over to the next island, setting myself up in a much better position for the next island. Because when you load the boat, you can bring 3 squads with you. So ideally, I would want 3 squads, and I'd want those squads to have knight swords to improve my defensive capabilities once I get there. The other thing I should do with all of the vagrants that I left on the east is probably put some bread down in the bakery to lure them all towards me. So the griffin, the real advantage of the griffin, in my opinion, is it can eat mice even in the goo biome. So it's like super effective at clearing out portals. The lizard is also very effective if you can use the fire well. The lizard, I find, is more effective in clearing out non-cliff portals, as you probably saw, because you can lay down fire underneath the cliff portals and wreak havoc that way. Whereas the griffin is definitely the meta for cliff portals, especially especially Island 4 and 5. Because its stamina is virtually unmatched. All right. So we have 3. We have 3 man-at-arms now. So I'm going to buy 3 swords. Also, it's worth mentioning, if I started to attack the other portals that still exist on the island to the west, they would glow and everything, but they would not fight back. The greed are extinct on this island. So even though the portals are still physically there, they will not retaliate. So now I'm just trying to, I'm trying to get all 3 squads with a full complement of archers, and all 3 squad leaders with knight shields and swords, so that when I go to the next island, I'm like super well stocked full of troops. So that this squad right here is lacking in archers, you can see. This squad is not. So yeah, I only need 1 more archer. Because this squad is full too. Cool. And I think this archer, see how it's hustling? This archer's hustling because it's joining to be conscripted. No, don't drop that many coins. I don't have storage for them. Alright, let's build the boat and get to the final island. Now, just because I'm headed to the final island doesn't mean I'm positioned to beat the game. The game is beat when you clear all 5 islands. And going back to the earlier islands isn't easier because the game state's much later. Right? It's day 35. So when I return, the advantages of returning back to island numbers 1 and 2 is you have merchants for sort of a guaranteed source of income. But island 3 is still pretty difficult because there's no merchant and it can be tricky to be able to afford defenses and whatnot. That's actually the island I'm heading to next, however, because I have a very well-funded expedition for it, right? Because I'm going to have 3 super squads. Also, the game gets harder and harder and harder as time progresses, so I should take on the hardest island next. Well, I'll do 5, but then the hardest island after I clear 5, because if I save Island 3 for last, Island 3 is gonna kick my butt and be the end of me, in all likelihood. I'm not really sure if I'm well positioned for a 5 island clear with 1 ruler, though, because I screwed up on Island 2 and had to double back there, and that cost me time. But we'll see. I might be able to dig my heels in and pull out a victory anyway. One thing that I hadn't been doing as I played was investing in the boat, because I put all my money into the bomb and the squads to escort the bomb. So now I'm stuck, you know, building that boat that I had neglected. Fortunately, at least it's not winter yet. What is it, day 35? What day was it? 35? Yep. So it's about to be winter, which is going to be rough. Or no, it's 1632. No, it's not about to be winter. Sorry. Misspoke. Bad math. Every season is 16 days. So it's a day 48. Winter can be tough because all of that lovely farming income goes bye-bye. There are some alternatives. Pikemen can fish, and then you can still hunt, and then you can also collect berry bushes. They become ripe in the winter. But it is a lot. It requires different tactics, and it's trickier to make good money in the winter as a result. Oh, looks like I almost have the boat fully invested. Yep, there it is. Almost ready to launch. I'm also going to want to go to the next island with my pockets completely lined with as much coin as it will fit. No, why is there regular archers joining? Ah, shoot. I wanted 3 squads, but it looks like I'm not going to get 3 squads. Oh well. Little challenge. I'm going to see if the other squads are traveling over here. I'd imagine probably one is coming to hop on the boat. No, they both are. Sick! I will be able to withdraw the gems from the bank. The bank is universal. So, there is a caveat, however. I will need a base level 6 to be able to access the gem banker. But that's fine. I'm not that strapped for gems. So I'm using another strategy here where I'm lining my pockets full of coin, but also dumping a whole bunch of coin next to the boat as well, so that I can invest coin into the boat and then pick up coin before I launch, so that I have my pockets fully lined. There we go. Squads are on. Boat is paid for. Hermits are coming to join me. And I have the most stacked team heading into 5th Island now. But this one was a clear. So there's 4 portals left, as you can see. But they aren't the mission critical portals because the cliff portal was destroyed. So here's the last island. There is the hermit, horn hermit, the knight statue, and a unicorn. And then the cliff portal, and an unknown amount of gems and portals. I mean, I know it, because, you know, wikis exist. It's 8, but still. So, immediately looking where farms will be farmable. It looks like west kind of sucks. Oh, east is good, I think. Because there's that waterfall right there, close east. What the heck? I can't invest in my town center right now. There we go. So I'm trying to get farming up and running ASAP. But the squads that I arrived with will definitely help keep the walls pretty safe early on. I can day farm at this water spot, but I won't be able to well, I'll be able to full-time farm actually, because the farmers are close enough to this wall that I'll build at this dirt mound that they'll be able to flee within the wall when the greed comes. It's not ideal, but it's workable. This waterfall, however, is probably too... Oh, actually, it's not too far from this spot here. This dirt mound. Yeah, I think I can run 2 farms, which is pretty good. That will be a really good source of income, I think. So I'm just getting wood tier walls, and I'll start clearing the... Oops. Didn't mean to pick that up, but oh well. The only thing is I don't see any pitchforks for the scythe station yet. Oh no, there's one on the west. Good. So I'll have a scythe station where that pitchfork is there. When I build the wall here. The scythe station has to be contained within the boundary of your walls. Thank you for tuning in to Kingdom 2 Crowns, which originally streamed live on Twitch August 15th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link to Discord can be found in the description of this video and also at Rhadamant.com. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch a next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow monarchs,